Marquez.
And I'm Chingman Lee.
And this is Channel 5 News. Just yesterday, the Beatles had their last live performance in London. The performance ended when the police came to shut down the impromptu show. I bet their fans still had a great time.
I bet their fans still had a great time.
I'm sure they did.
Mm-hmm.
And their music will remain popular for many years to come.
Today, we also would like to remember our late President, Dwight Eisenhower. He governed our nation with grace as well as integrity. He struggled for a long time with cardiovascular disease. His family is glad that he can now rest in peace.
Along with another president, this man, Sirhan Sirhan, was convicted of assassinating President Kennedy. He received a life sentence. He will be held at Pleasant Valley State Prison in Coalinga, California.
The voting age has been lowered to the age of 18 years old. It was the 26th Amendment of the Constitution that was ratified. It took a group of young activists from the National Education Association to make this possible. Their powerful slogan, "Old enough to fight, old enough to vote," enabled thousands of young activists to vote into a reality.
Another court trial that has caught the eye of America is the Roe v. Wade case. From the Northern District of Texas, we have a special interview with our fellow reporter Michael Cunningham. He will be interviewing Jane Roe's lawyer, Sarah Whittington.
Good evening, Sarah.
Good evening, Michael.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about this court case? Can you disclose any information about who's involved in it?
Those who are involved in this case is myself, Linda Coffey, and my client, Jane Roe. The three of us together are fighting alongside of hundreds of women across America to see abortion become legal.
And how are you making this appeal to the Supreme Court?
We believe that abortion is the decision of the woman and not the state. Currently, Texas law states that a woman cannot have an abortion unless her life is in danger or she's sick. I do not believe that this is fair or even constitutional.
How are the laws not constitutional?
The fact that a woman's life may be in potential danger does not give the state the right to deprive a pregnant woman from her own right to have an abortion. Abortion laws in Texas are unconstitutional because they infringe upon the rights given to female citizens to the 1st, 4th, 9th, as well as 14th Amendments.
How exactly are these amendments being put to the test to support the right for women to have an abortion?
All of these amendments, in unison as well as simultaneously, amplify an individual's rights to privacy. Thus, whether it be the issue of age, childbearing, abortion, etc., these all fall under the individual's right to privacy. Why should the state have the right to tell a woman how to live her personal life?
Do you mind explaining how these amendments come into play?
Well, all of these amendments have one thing in common. They protect the individual's rights to privacy, which was upheld by the Supreme Court ruling in Connecticut for the use of contraceptives in 1965. Women are now allowed to use contraceptives to their discretion. The state can no longer infringe on that privacy. The Bill of Rights grants women the right to have their familial, marital, sexual lives remain private. Abortion falls under the equal protection of those rights. It should be a woman's personal and private decision whether or not she wants to have an abortion. The 9th Amendment, which prohibits the state from using the Constitution against us, has allowed us to move forward with our rights to privacy stance throughout this case. Now, when taking into consideration the 14th Amendment, the state cannot create anti-abortion laws that take away women's rights. This is why I'm here. This is what this case is all about. It is a woman's right to decide what she wants to do with her own body in the privacy of her home.
Thank you, Sarah, for coming out here tonight. It was a pleasure having you on our show.
Well, Michael, thank you again for having me here tonight.
Stay classy, America's youth.